What's up guys, the Lazy Goldmaker here. We're going to talk about what I've done so far in Dragonflight. New expansion, new gold making methods. Everyone's wondering how the hell do you make gold this time around. Does gold making suck now? That's the title of the first part of this video. Because many of you have had a rough day, a rough couple of days since launch, gold making wise, and for the first couple of days that was the case for me as well. I mean, if we look at my overall numbers, probably we can still consider this a fairly rough period. My ledger is missing some sales. I don't know why, but because I've made 1.2 million in sales, but I've also spent more than 4 million. We're at 57 million right now. We started the expansion at 61, so I've lost 4 million, which is obviously not unusual for an expansion launch, but I haven't made a huge amount of gold yet. The biggest culprit for really making it hard to make gold or finding the right items is our good friend, which I'll find right here, the first craft bonus. I don't think I have any first craft bonuses available. Oh, I do here. This bad boy right here, first craft bonuses. They have had a huge effect on your ability to make gold this expansion. Why? Because the existence of first craft bonuses means that crafters are heavily incentivized to craft every item in the game, at least once. They have a huge incentive to do so. And that's going to drive down prices, particularly on low quality stuff. So this time around, you have to be ahead of the curve, either through having high renown. Well, I don't have high renown on this character, or through degenerately farming knowledge. There are some tricks you can use to get more knowledge. As you can see here, I have spent, well, 73 points. Why did I put the point in setting? That was really dumb. But 73 points on this level 64 character, which is quite a lot, but not like hyper degenerate amounts. It's possible to get more. That's the two ways you can get ahead of the curve, and I am a little bit ahead of the curve, or rather ahead of not ahead of at the bleeding edge, but I have the ability to craft the airy gems. I can get them to proc quality 3. So I can make some gold with quick ice emeralds. Essentially, that's the only recipe I have that I can make gold with. So that's what you need to do to make gold this time around. Now, winners and losers. What have I made gold with? Well, we'll take a look at my summary here. This item is so interesting. My top seller, Sap Throttle Soul Inhaler. I didn't even mention this item in any videos before launch. I didn't even know about it. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything. I've sold 400k worth of this in 3 days. And my crafting cost is like 5,000, less than 5,000 gold. Oh, someone undercut down to 9k. I guess the gravy train has left the station. Yeah, engineering has been the best profession for me. Engineering has been the best profession. The worst ones for me so far, in terms of how much gold I made from them: enchanting, alchemy, inscription. I've made some gold with all of them, or rather, I've made some sales. But for enchanting, I have lost a tremendous amount of gold leveling it up. I still can't craft any quality 3 stuff, so it's literally I can't make gold with it. You can't make gold with enchanting without being able to craft quality 3 enchants. Then you have inscription and alchemy. Alchemy I have not bothered with yet at all. I've just I have all of my unassigned knowledge points. I don't think alchemy is going to be good until raids open. Why would people spend tons of gold on consumables right now? They're not going to do it. When raids open, they're going to start using consumables. And then quality 3 alchemy is going to be a potential huge difference maker. Inscription, the only thing I've done with inscription is craft treatises for myself, and then I swapped it out to do the shuffle to generate more artisan's metal, so I lost all of the treatise recipes I've generated. I did sell like a couple of crafting orders. I've maybe sold some other stuff. I don't really think I've made any meaningful gold with inscription. And then I've made some gold with all of the other professions, like jewel crafting, blacksmithing, tailoring, leatherworking have been fine. So yeah. Now, as I said, TSM is missing a little bit of sales data, because I've sold a lot more quick ice emeralds. I've sold them for at least 300k. I bought 124, and then I crafted a bunch of these quality 2 ones that I've been flipping, but it lost the data, and then I've sold a good chunk of these quality 3 ones as well that I have, that I've crafted. So like 5-8 of these, I don't know. But it's all missing from TSM, so I can't prove it. So you might call me a liar. I looted a mailbox at like 500k before this, when I collected all my sales and wrote it down in Excel. So yeah, I've generated 1.3 million in sales on Draenor so far. So nothing crazy, nothing crazy. But yeah, the Quick Ice Emeralds, the quality 2 ones are selling for a little bit below crafting cost, and then when you proc quality 3s, they hopefully pay for it. That's the only way to make gold. Very interesting dynamic on many items is the fact that for anything where you're able to craft quality 3 with inspiration, such as Waking Stats Enchant, the quality 2 one is huge supply, very, very cheap, usually cheaper than quality 1, because people are crafting the quality 2 in huge quantities and getting inspiration procs to quality 3, and then they're making money on the quality 3 ones. That's pretty much what's happening. It's happening to gems and enchant and anything where you're relying on inspiration to get to the maximum quality. So that's kind of interesting. But it means that quality 2 is often very, very cheap, and also something that has huge supply. Interestingly, people are still buying the quality 1 gems for more than the quality 2 gems for whatever reason. I don't know why. But that's for another piece. Other things I've made gold with. We're going to take a little bit of a look through my ledger of revenue here. Yeah, so we have the soul inhaler. We have some crimson combatant gear. I've not made a profit off of those because I ended up, well, we should only do auction here. The recipes were not cheap. Then there's a group of items that are pretty profitable, and that's all of these base uncommon profession gear pieces. It's very easy to reach the point where you can craft them quality 5 guaranteed, and at quality 5 guaranteed they actually sell for a profit. As you can see here, we had some wild prices on the enchanting ones a couple of days ago. I sold an inspiration one for 12,000. But yeah, that's definitely been pretty good, and something I've made a decent amount of gold with. I don't know, it's I've sold some of these alchemist hats, which don't show up here either. Sold a bunch of those for 4,000 gold. I don't know why they're missing, because the characters that I've sold them on are here. So I don't know, bugs with TSM, whatever. But yeah, that's been a pretty good group. I've also sold an okay amount of the rare weapons and armor, like Draconium Axes, Draconium Great Axes, stuff like that. And that you can also reach fairly easily the point where you can guarantee a quality 5 craft, and then you can potentially make a profit. We can take a look right now at Draconium Swords, for instance. As you can see here, they're 900 gold at 340, and at 343, which is the maximum quality, they're 1,300. And this is something that I can guarantee, and usually the crafting cost for me has been like 700-800. So this is nice and profitable, and that's the case for a lot of these items. So those are the items to enter if you're looking for something that's guaranteed to make you some amount of gold. I say uncommon profession gear and the rare armors and weapons. That's the way to go. Outside of that, you have to get ahead of the pack. But now keep in mind, it's a long time left in this expansion. Markets are not even fully open. Raids aren't open yet. There's so much stuff left to discover. There is so much stuff left to discover, guys. So don't be too discouraged. Like, as an example, alchemy, obviously so far worthless because raids aren't open yet. But if you're the only one who can craft quality 3 potions of elemental power tomorrow, or when raids open in a week, I should say, then you might be looking at a hell of a lot of demand you're selling to the entire region. So yeah, just don't give up. Keep looking for niches. Keep staring at your profession knowledge tree, and make sure you get everything you can every week. Hot little tip, the work order quests, you can easily do those yourself. Just send personal orders from an alt. Do it for something you can craft profitably. I like to just like I'll send like orders for profession tools that I know that I can craft for profit. Just send a couple of those for 1 gold commission to my engineer, and I'm good. I just don't include any materials, and I'll just have the materials on the crafter already. So I'll make sure you're on the knowledge edge, which is absolutely crucial. And yeah, that's it. That's what I've been doing. I've been getting sales but not making a profit yet. Obviously I spent a huge amount of money on materials to level my professions. So yeah, we'll see if we're making a profit in a week's time. Either way, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.